Kenny Bad Azz Johnson. Remember you putting in work, seeing you up close. I could tell you got a lot of skill, love, passion for the game of boxing. How have you been? What brings you back to Vegas?
Well, right now I'm here with a guy that's fighting in the Nationals named Rocky Brown out of Chicago. He's a very good fighter. He's fighting 152, and he fights tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at the Westgate.
Nice, nice. Now, working with these amateur kids, what is it like for you? Like, what's so gratifying about it?
Well, I'll tell you, I've made a transition now. Before I was, doing more pros and whatever, but now I'm working with three particular guys: Israel, Daniel, and Gabriel. They're brothers.
Wow.
And trust me, you'll be hearing about them real soon. They work hard. They're young, but they're real passionate about the game. And they live in the life of boxers, so look forward to those names.
What are their last names so people can?
Goldman,
okay.
Out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Gotcha. Where do you get your training seasoning from? Like, tell me about your history.
Well, I started off, of course, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Roger started training me when I was 8 years old. He probably trained me 5, 6, 7 years, and then I had a number of different trainers. Buster Matthews was in the gym, of course. Big Floyd was there. Jeff, all of us, we grew up together, and that's pretty much where I started. And I learned, all my techniques and my boxing and stuff.
What are your thoughts on the sport today? We just had a big change. Mayweather defeated Pacquiao, so the landscape has kind of changed. What do you think of that fight?
Well, it was the typical Floyd, he's a very smart fighter, congratulations Floyd on being the best, a lot of people expected, the altitude of the fight, they expected, more of it, but, Floyd is a smart fighter and he's going to do what he's got to do to win, and, that was the outcome.
Now, Canelo, a completely different fight, exciting fight. Canelo stopped Kirkland in 3 rounds. What do you think of that?
Well, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be 3 rounds. I was going to give Kirkland a little bit more credit for being tough and being a warrior, as he says. But Canelo's clearly a better boxer, and I knew it was just a matter of time before he demolished him pretty much.
What fighters do you like to keep an eye out on? Who's going to be the faces that are going to carry boxing?
Well, at this particular time, you got there's quite a few of them. You got Keith Thurman, of course. You got Adrian. Then you got my 3 guys, of course. It's a little bit of a time. It's quite a few. You still got Amir Khan. There's still some guys out there that can take over Floyd, so to speak, when he's gone. So.
What do you think they talk of Broner against Porter, Sean Porter?
It's a tough fight. Man, I'm probably gonna have to take Broner in that just because he's a little bit more. His skill level is a little bit more better, but it's gonna be a competitive fight. Porter, he's gonna bring it. He's a very, very tough guy. Put a lot of pressure on you, and I just look for Adrian to outclass him.
Now, being a trainer, a lot of the work trainers do is behind closed doors. It doesn't always get seen. Like, what's it like, just that relentless grind and push, in an effort to get to the big championship glory and all that? Well,
for me, myself, I've been doing this for a long time. My name really never made it out there, so to speak, but to answer your question, behind the scenes, it's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of work. I mean, even the trainers, you have to live the life of of a boxer. That's eat, sleep, and drink boxing, and that's what I do. I pretty much turned my life over to boxing, so to speak, and this is all I've been doing since I was 8 years old. So I mean, I know nothing else, and I'm looking forward for my guys, my amateur guys, to come through the rankings, and then I'll be acknowledged then.